Hey, in this video, I want to talk about some issues I faced about reading papers and the idea proposed by Dr. Lu. And so, as you can see here, this is a workflow structure in the paper 1, and the idea in the paper is very easy to understand. It's just use the knapsack-based algorithm to minimize the virtual machine number as small as possible. It means that the author want to schedule all the Babel, Bagel pipelines in one um, virtual machine. And then Dr. Lu proposed a dynamic method to stop this pipeline structure on these two kind of problems. But I'm not very clear for this part, so maybe Dr. Lu can we can discuss about the dynamic scaling algorithm to solve this kind of problem. So maybe I think this kind of problem can be also transferred into the knapsack-based algorithm to solve this kind of problem. Since the structure is very simple, so optimized solution can be found by using the knapsack-based scaling algorithm. So the notation is not very clear and it's not very understandable. So we can discuss this a little more. And for the output schedules algorithm schema, so we can see here we have the structure of the workflow, and the above part, the part above is output by the scheduling algorithm. As you can see here, it means that the T task 3 will map to the virtual machine 3, and so the second row is the instance type. It means that the first instance of the virtual machine 3 and followed by the start time. So I think we can just use the JSON format. For here we can have the name, and we can have the virtual machine type, and we can have the instance. But for the instance value, so it is showed with the IP. But if we need to have the IP for the instance, and we need to deploy all the commit resources before we run a specific workflow, I'm not sure it's a good idea or not. And also we need to have the start time, and for example, it's the T1 start time is start from 0, and its time is very tricky. But if we based on this scaling algorithm, and we need to make sure that the T1 will start executing at 0. Then the T3 is T4 is task D, and it's also mapped in the same virtual machine and same IP address, but its start time is 10. So it means that the execution time of T1 is 10. So how we can just make clear of the start time of the two different tasks. So maybe right now I don't have a good solution. So because if we submit the T4 to this specific IP, it also takes some time. So we cannot make sure the start time of T4 is 10. So it should be bigger than 10. It's maybe 15 or 20. Yeah. So it means the remaining schedule maybe is not very correct. But how to fill this gap, we need to discuss. Yes, thank you for listening.